3, 2, 1.
Here we go!
Hello and welcome to another episode of We Talk. My name is Irene Marie van der Walt and I'm so excited to be joining you on We Talk today. It's quite a chilly day here in the capital city of Windhoek, but that has never stopped the We Talk team. We are always ready to talk it out and chat it out and hash it out with you guys. So in today's episode, Precious Nghitaunapo is going to share with us her visit to the marketplace so we can learn a little bit more about the marketplace. And as always, we'll bring you a new segment, a quick recommendation and a life hack. Because what is life if it's not for hacking? We'll see you in a bit. And now it is time for our new segment. So in our first story for today, we have the story that we all love to hate, the fuel prices. So although the fuel prices do not fall in line with lower oil prices in August, fuel dealers will benefit from a higher profit margin. Ronald Rademeyer writes that fuel traders welcomed a 50 cents per litre increase on the retail margin granted by the Ministry of Mines and Energy on Friday, that's last week Friday, but at the same time expressed their disappointment that it is significantly lower than what they had hoped for. The Fuel and Franchise Association said the adjustment, although it is a step in the right direction, is significantly lower than what we recommended as a minimum upward adjustment to ensure sustainable and profitable retail operations. That is a direct quote. Despite the lower international oil price and a recovery in the prices of petrol and diesel from $1.74 and $1.17 per litre respectively in July, the ministry announced on Friday that fuel prices will mark the pace in August and not be adjusted downwards. Fuel dealers will benefit from this as the dealer margin is then obviously increased by 50 cents per litre. Petrol station owners' profit margin therefore rises from $1.13 per litre to $1.63 per litre. According to the ministry, the temporary reduction in the other fuel charges such as the MVAF, road user and NAMCO charges remains unchanged, but fuel tax is reset to 90 cents per litre. This applies to all products. The Fuel and Franchise Association said in a statement that it is important to note that adjusting the retail margin is only one of the challenges that significantly affects the sustainability and profitability of fuel retailers in Namibia. The outstanding issues remain equally important, and if they are not urgently resolved by Minister Tom Alwindo, the industry will face serious consequences that may not only pose a risk to the national security of fuel supply, but may even cause the collapse of retail networks within developing rural areas in Namibia. The association, under the chairmanship of Henny Creer, said the outstanding issues include the ministry working with retailers to determine the key cost drivers and timely collection and verification of the necessary data needed to determine the financial health of the fuel retail industry. So, as I said, this is the one story and the one issue that we all love to hate. Namibia for a long time was very forward and very much ahead of the curve in the sense that we had the National Energy Fund, which we then collected under recoveries from in our fuel prices. So that meant that our fuel prices were more stable. So when South Africa went down, we didn't necessarily go down. You know, we still remained stable so that the National Energy Fund could recover and recoup. So it's quite surreal to see us making these moves in our fuel industry, you know, because we for so long were kind of the forerunners. We were cool guys in a way, if you could say that, in energy and in fuel, because we kind of had a backup plan. We knew what we were doing, but now suddenly, with the war in Ukraine, with the world suddenly turning sideways, turning diagonally, we don't really know what we're doing anymore. So this is very uncharted territory, and it's good to see the ministry making moves in the interest of the fuel industry, but also at the same time in the interest of the people. It's always good to see middle ground being reached, and this in a lot of ways is middle ground. So as much as we can complain about fuel prices, I really do think that people like the ministry are doing their best in giving us the best possible solution to the current fuel prices. And then hopefully we'll do what we always do, and we'll get through it as a nation. I'm hoping. So on to our second story for today. We're on a bit of a lighter note. So the local radio station, Hit Radio Namibia, the only German-speaking private radio station in the country and in Africa, has been on air for 10 years. So the radio station was originally started on the 1st of August 2012, and then in 2018 and 2019 it came under a bit of new management, but not 100%, rotation of management, I would call it. So there were new additions to the radio station as well in 2018 and 2019, and the new additions to the station are the Hit Radio Namibia podcast. This consists of 2 series, and their colleague Katja Haase travels across the country to look for special and unique stories and places. For example, we have already been to Ludra, Swakopmund, Etosha, Otavi, and Oshibarongo. So since being established, Hit Radio has also introduced themed evenings, for example, Deutsche Dienstag, which is 2 hours of German music, Wild Wednesday, 2 hours of country, and Donnerstag, which is 2 hours of rock and metal. On weekends, we have introduced the music shows Road Trip and Homecoming to take our listeners into the weekend and back home again, which is fantastic. Hit Radio now boasts 10 employees and interns from Namibia and Europe, mainly from Germany and now also Austria. Over the past 2 years, the station has been able to attract more and more listeners from Europe, Germany, Austria, and Switzerland, as well as South Africa and even the USA. The aim is to cultivate and promote the German language in Namibia, but also to maintain the connection between Namibia and Germany, to inform Namibians and tourists about the country, and naturally to entertain them. So it's always nice to see our, I would say, more cultural projects doing well and thriving. I think from my side, Namibia is so full of culture and full of history, and one of the most beautiful things that any person who has ever visited will tell you is how all these cultures live in harmony. We all just know each other, we understand each other, and we love each other for our similarities and our differences. So it's always good to see not just a more cultural product, but also a product that advertises the harmony of Namibia and the beauty of Namibia to visitors. It's always great to see them thriving. So that was our news segment for today. Please do stay tuned. We've got a lot more going in the show today.
Good day, ladies and gentlemen. Today we are at the marketplace in the Northern Industrial Area. I am, of course, Precious Nghitaunapo, and I am joined by our accounts manager here at the marketplace, Juliana Cornelius. Good morning, Juliana.
Good morning. Fine, thank you.
I'm good, thank you. So today at the marketplace, we just want to find out what exactly is the marketplace.
We are a wholesale and a retail for fruit and veg, supplying the local markets and restaurants, coffee shops, hotels with fresh fruit and veg on a daily basis.
On a daily basis?
Yes.
So what specifically do you specialize in? I know that you offer a lot of products, but what is your number one selling product?
Mostly fruit and veg. We don't usually get everything in America, so we must source from South Africa and other places. So we get 2 times a week fresh drugs, and yeah, so that is basically what we do. We
Okay.
supply the shops and the coffee shops with fresh fruit and veg.
So I'm assuming the marketplace isn't a new shop. So how long have you guys been in operation for?
And we've started in August 2010. So it's now this is 13th year in trading. So, and it's going good. So,
Okay. So apart from, you mentioned that you supply products to quite a number of companies. Can you list those companies again for us?
yes, we have quite a few hotels that we supply, and coffee shop, mostly all the coffee shops in Windhoek. And then we have the lodges in Namibia that we supply through Beacon Foods Trading. So it's quite a large companies that we supply.
And do you guys have any branches anywhere else in the country?
No, it's only situated in Windhoek.
In Windhoek, but
Yes.
you plan on expanding it
Maybe later on.
later
Yeah.
on. And you mentioned that you get trucks of products. Where do you get the trucks from?
Most of our fresh fruit and veg come from Johannesburg Fresh Fruit Market. We get 2 times a week fresh fruits, and then our aim is to support the local farmers in Namibia. So if we can, we buy all the stuff from local farmers. They deliver at our door daily, and what the products that we cannot get, we source from South Africa.
From South Africa. So, but you guys are mainly focused on, of course, supporting our Namibian
Yes, yes.
local farmers. That's great to hear. So, with a big company like this, I just wanted to ask the departments that run this company, and how does the operation of this company go?
Yeah, okay, we've got our receiving. So if the farmers come in or the trucks come in, we go to receiving. Then immediately it goes to the coolers at the back. And then we've got our big ordering department, telephones, emails. So all the orders go out, and then we have 5 delivery vehicles that goes out on a daily basis to supply all the customers.
And how do you guys market, since I know there's a lot of competition with a business like this? What is your marketing strategy, or how do you plan on getting the marketplace out there?
Um, Okay, we use your company, mostly Namibian Media Holding, for adverts in the newspaper. That helps quite a lot. And then mouth to mouth. We've got a shop here in front, and I think the word spreads quickly, with the quality of products that we have, the prices. So I think on that basis, it's the way we do it.
Yeah, I understand. So every company, I know that every company has its ups and downs, and there must be some hiccups here and there. Can you share with us what are some of the challenges that you at the marketplace have faced, and what strategy did you guys use to overcome it?
Yeah, yes, like last year or the past 2 years, with this COVID pandemic, it was quite a big thing for us. The lodges were closed, so all that business they didn't order. So we tried to open another shop and do it with the COVID regulations, and dropped our prices a bit, to let the people come here.
To accommodate
Yes, to accommodate them, and the coffee shops and the hotels was only on a takeaway base. So even if you have only 1 or 2 products to deliver, we did it much
Yeah.
to keep the customers happy,
Yeah.
and to keep everything. So it was a rough time, but luckily it's picking up again. So.
again. So that's amazing to hear,
Yes.
especially considering that you go through a challenge, but knowing that you can still come back up and still provide for your clients
Yes.
is actually a great thing. I know that there are a lot of other fresh produce shops. So what makes the marketplace different from those ones?
It's my pricing strategy. So it's very competitive with the prices and the products that we have. So you must want to look at the prices, not too expensive, because then you're losing your customers. So we are looking at expenses and quality products, supplying quality products, and you're still in it. So
Speaking of quality products, and you mentioned that you guys mostly, the number one product that sells out the most is your fruits and your vegetables. How do you preserve your fruits and vegetables? How do you keep them fresh for longer?
yes, okay. At the moment we deliver, it's immediately going to the cooler rooms, and our shop is also full of freezers and coolers. So, and they are keeping cold the whole time, so we don't break the cold chain. So that is a big thing for the fruit and veg to stay 100% fresh. And then we have package in the shop. So if there is something wrong with the product, it immediately we take it off the shelf. So the quality control is very good in the shop. So.
This is definitely sounds like a company with a lot of potential, with a lot going on and a big staff number. How many employees do you guys currently have?
We started with 15 people in 2010 and we are now 25.
Wow, it's a big family.
Yes, yeah, it's a family company.
It's a family company, so I'm
Yeah.
assuming that's the culture that runs here.
Yes.
Okay. I think that about ends our interview. But one last thing, we just want to know what can we expect more from the marketplace in the future?
What we can expect. We will put more products in. We have a line of chicken and cheeses. So we wanted to expand the shop a bit. So we have bacon, chicken products, cheese, breads. Now we're supplying breads, maybe a bit of dry products also in the shop. And then we can also like,
Yeah.
we can also supply that to our other customers.
Yeah.
So that is my aim to
Yeah.
go a bit bigger.
Yes, and
Yes.
obviously to expand your
Yeah.
audience and your client base. So that is definitely something that we'll be looking forward to. In the meantime, guys, please make sure to stop by the marketplace right here in the Northern Industrial Area. And that was it for us, WE Precious Nghitaunapo and Juliana.
Thank you.
There are a lot of complex chemical reactions in this world, but by far one of the most annoying is a floating straw in a soda can. Prevent a floating straw in a soda can by turning the tab around to go over the opening of the can and putting the straw through the opening in the tab.
Everybody, and welcome back to Flex. I'm Jeanette Diergaard, your presenter for Flex, and today we will be focusing on stretches that will help you with your lower back pain. Okay, so we're gonna do a yoga movement. It's such a long name. It's Supta Padangusthana. I don't even know if I'm saying it right, but basically you have your legs stretched out and you try and reach your hands or reach for your toes, both arms. So you'll ask me, okay, how does this work? Why will it help me with lower back pain? So your inner thighs and your hamstrings, if they're too tight, they can also lead to back problems. So you really want to stretch it out. But while you're doing this, try and keep your lower back pressed against the floor. So don't lift it up to reach your toe, but rather have it there. And if you can't reach for your toe, and if you're not that flexible, just have it to the point where where you can reach, even if you just reach for your knees or for your ankle, but try and reach as far as you can go. Okay, now this one is one of my favorites. It's called a supine twist. So I think it also it's probably come from the spine. So you have your legs stretched out in front of you or stretched out to the sides in a T position, and then you are gonna just twist both knees, bend knees, twist it to the one side. Okay, so this one will work directly on that lower back muscle. So you have it there and it stretches into your glute, and we go to the other side again. So stretch as far as you can go, so you can really get a nice twist in this and feel the movement properly. And that brings us to the end of this one. I will see you guys next time.
Quickly tell us, you just had the first speed typing contest.
Yes.
What was it all about?
Well, we just wanted to, we mainly wanted to promote the new Code Cave and just to raise awareness about it to the rest of the Namibia and to announce that it has a new home right here at the village. And then also just to make a fun contest to get the people together. After COVID, we didn't have much events. So this is also the first event that the Document Warehouse coordinated together with the village and the other sponsors. And yeah, just to have a fun event where everyone can get together and yeah.
Are you planning on doing it bigger and better next year?
Yes, definitely. We received a lot of interest from the public, even after the participants already were done with the semi-finals. So everyone just pitched here up for 3 days, so maybe next year we will do it longer. And yeah, definitely again over the weekends and yeah, much bigger and trying to reach the rest of Namibia. It was difficult for some people did travel to Windhoek, but it was a bit difficult for people from the far north and the far south to get to Windhoek. So maybe implementing something to make it available to more of the Namibian nation.
Quickly tell us, why is a business like the Document Warehouse together with the Code Cave so important?
So the Document Warehouse is situated in Kommersdal. We try and do events and to do a little bit extra and do more than just storage of records, because that's what we are known for throughout Namibia. People hear Document Warehouse and they hear paper. So we are moving towards a paperless. We are using more and more technology. We are the MFiles, who is also one of the sponsors for this event. So they are also one of the sponsors. So MFiles is a software that we use in Document Warehouse, and we have a few clients in Namibia. I think almost 50 clients in Namibia also using MFiles currently. So MFiles is a digital solutions platform that help you to manage your data and your electronic or digitally born documents. So yeah, we just wanted to show people we are more than just a paper storage company.
Thank you very much.
Bookings for Namibia Tourism Expo 2022 are open. The expo will take place from 3 to 5 November 2022 in Windhoek. To secure your booking, visit nte.nmh.com.na, and for more information on the expo, follow all Namibia Media Holdings platforms. The expo is supported by the Ministry of Environment, Tourism and Forestry, Namibia Tourism Board, FENATA, City of Windhoek, and Namibia Media Holdings. Namibia Tourism Expo, taking tourism to the regions.
That is the end of today's episode of We Talk, unfortunately, but it was fantastic as always to have you guys with us here on We Talk in our company. Remember that you can catch We Talk at 10:30 on the Namibia Media Holdings social media platforms, and then at 7:30 at night. If 10:30 isn't quite your style, you can catch us on NTV in the evening. That is the DSTV channel 285 and GoTV channel 94. So until tomorrow, when Yolanda Nell is going to take you out to do some fun, stay safe, stay healthy, please take care of yourselves. We'll see you again tomorrow.